chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting.
I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. From then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again.
Gone, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong, they got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face, cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends, run it up. Say that with my chest, run it up. No, I will not bend, run it up. Game time in it, game time. I don't follow trends, say that with my chest. I will not bend, game time. Run it up, 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 run it up.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Mayfield on play action. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Colts had 8-3 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. He'll return it from the 6. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play a leverage game here. Offensive line just got lowered in the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. On the move past the 40. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the 1st down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, it may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, it may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That ball caught by Campbell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. The slot man in motion right. They'll run here with Taylor. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Taylor again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mayfield now. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nose? Is this something they can build on?
They found some momentum. They found a click in the offensive line, and they put it to good use.
So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Here's Hardy set to return. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action. Winston. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at the 20. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got Pierce. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield now from the 50. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
On 2nd down, Winston again. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. He goes once again right back to Hardy. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. To throw is Winston. is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Winston now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deontay Hardy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Orioles.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Saints 14. Colts 10.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
They'll get this off to Taylor. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Able to find his man, Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Mayfield on play action. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have retaken a third-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. That's
to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Again, it's Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Jameis to throw it. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from middle of the... Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all
that is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 75 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
You have to overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Off the play fake, Winston. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Deontay Hardy with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Saints 35, Colts 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First down, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
86-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell from 13 yards out. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
13 yards remaining on second down. From the gun, Winston. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. A second down throw for Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield now. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. A huge loss on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Mayfield. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over. Hey, alert!
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Baker. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
That's good for the Colts.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Saints, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.